Get ready for your Tuesday. Decks, porches, and that's not just wood. It could be concrete, it could be cement, anything that is up off the ground. So stairs out your front or your back or your side door, your car. You might not have saw freezing rain, but some of that wet weather could have left your vehicle wet. And now with the temperature taking a tumble.
Yeah, it was. With everyone except the Cowboys. Just awful. It was. You're right. I will say this. That was beat down. I found it positive. Dak threw two really great passes to Green Bay, and I thought that was the best performance. So I'm out and about. I was telling you in the pre-show meeting. I didn't watch any of it. I didn't want to stay home. It's cold, but I was like, let's go do something. So we were out and about, and then it was nothing. I was like, where are all the alerts? My phone, okay. What's going on? And then I guess I have to Google it. And I did. And it was like, oh, this is ugly. This is ugly. Jerry Jones refused to answer the question of whether or not Jerry Jones would fire Jerry Jones. That's not that important. That's never going to happen. Hey, a guy can lose. Um, but it was just, and I thought to myself, well, there might be two and unemployment lines. So, and I don't know. I mean, I didn't even watch highlights. I was like, okay, there weren't any. Well, my question was, how did the Cowboys score that many points? Yeah, exactly. It's like as bad as it was. Somebody posted, yeah, the game wasn't actually even that close. No, it was horrible. Wow. Top of the hour news is brought to you by House Products. Visit houseproducts.com.
This is Red Eye Radio on Westwood One. Check out all the latest in news, events, trucking information, and podcasts at Red Eye Radio's website at rediradioshow.com. That's rediradioshow.com.
I don't have to tell you the world is in chaos. Our nation is in chaos. Wars, bank failures, and so much more. Crippling investors. So what's the best investment to secure your financial future? There's an easy answer. Gold. Mike Fulgens and his company, Universal Coin and Bullion, have helped investors buy over $1 billion in gold and silver. Gold is a safe haven and a hedge against inflation. You should add the world's oldest currency to your portfolio now. Call Universal Coin and Bullion today. 800-UCB Gold. 800-UCB Gold. Go online. universalcoin.com/redeye. Universal Coin has given our listeners a special deal on a 1/10 ounce gold American Eagle coin for just $220, or a pure 1 ounce silver American Eagle coin for $27. Limit 3 each. Call 800-UCB Gold. Tell them you want the red eye deal. Mike Fulgens is America's gold expert. Make him your gold expert now. 800-UCB Gold. Performance may vary. Consult with your tax attorney or financial professional before making an investment decision.
DTNA Parts, the one-stop solution for Freightliner and Western Star trucks and the people who drive, manage, and care for them. With more than 900 locations and seamless online shopping through Accelerator, DTNA Parts keep trucks singing and businesses humming. For a customized experience, speedy delivery, and comprehensive selection of over 175,000 quality truck parts, go to DTNAparts.com. DTNA Parts, parts that move you.
So much information, so little time, and so many sources that may not have your best interest in mind. For over 100 years, Fleet Owner has been your #1 source of reliable industry news. Whether you need the most up-to-date news from our daily Newsline newsletter, the latest on EVs and the changing alternative fuel landscape from our emissions and efficiency newsletter, or you're looking for Class 1 through 6 info from our HD Pickup and Van newsletter, you come to the right place. Fleet owners
come to the right place. Listen, if you're a Dallas Cowboy fan like I am secretly, I don't tell anybody publicly, we need to get rid of Dak Prescott. He sucks.
A combination that cannot be beat.
I can lose a game like that.
That fit your needs.
Never played a game of football in my life except one.
For industry news and trends, that's fleetowner.com. That's fleetowner.com.
The St. Christopher Truckers Relief Fund offers free flu, pneumonia, and shingles vaccine vouchers for all uninsured over-the-road truck drivers with a current Class A CDL. Vaccine vouchers can be used at any Walgreens or Kroger store. A copy of your Class A CDL is required with your voucher to receive your vaccine. Go to truckersfund.org under the Health and Wellness tab to get your voucher today. Again, that's truckersfund.org.
WLWI AM, the home of the Ben Shapiro Show, and heard on 95.1 HD3 FM, Montgomery, the Cumulus Media Station.
This is CBS News on the Hour, sponsored by Progressive Insurance.
I'm Matt Piper in Des Moines, Iowa. Donald Trump on top, Ron DeSantis in second. It was a quick night for Trump as CBS News projected him the winner of the Iowa caucus within 30 minutes. But for second, it was a toss-up for a while between Nikki Haley and DeSantis.
We've got our ticket punched out of Iowa.
I want to congratulate Ron and Nikki for having a good time together. We're all having a good time together. And I think they both actually did very well.
Most Iowa caucus goers largely dismissed Trump's legal woes, with most saying he would still be fit for the presidency, even if he were convicted of a crime. I'm Matt Piper in Iowa. Now for CBS News, here's Deborah Rodriguez.
The fourth place finisher, Vivek Ramaswamy, has dropped out.
As of this moment, we are going to suspend this presidential campaign.
He's endorsed Donald Trump for president.
That's okay. I like you,
Finishers move on to New Hampshire, which holds the nation's first primary a week from today. Elections expert Amy Dacey says Mr. Trump may have a leg up there.
The former party chair in New Hampshire is actually who he chose to oversee his campaign operations. So what kind of infrastructure he had designed in there to see, if he's going to have a strong showing or not.
Mr. Trump will be in New York today for the start of his second defamation trial involving the writer E. Jean Carroll. She claims he sexually assaulted her in a department store dressing room.
Yeah, what year was that?
Cold and snow are sweeping the country. Wind and ice have knocked out electricity to more than 100 million customers, most of them in Oregon. Portland General Electric's John Farmer says there's no easy fix.
These are power lines that are wrapped around trees and branches that need to be disentangled and pulled apart.
Wind chills in the plains in the Midwest have reached 20 below. Snow is moving through the Northeast and New England right now. In the Middle East, U.S. Central Command says it's blocked a shipment of advanced conventional weapons from Iran to Yemen's Houthi rebels. A statement says it's the first seizure since the Houthis began attacking merchant ships in November. At last night's TV awards in Los Angeles.
And the Emmy goes to Succession.
Logan Roy and his clan snagged Best Drama and 3 top acting awards. The Bear won Best Comedy Series. It starred Jeremy Allen White, Best Actor.
I love the show so much. It filled me up. It gave me a passion and set a fire in me.
3 black women won major awards on the Fox show. Among them, Quinta Brunson for Abbott Elementary and Niecy Nash Betts for Dahmer, Monster. This is CBS News.
Sponsored by Progressive Insurance. Protect your home and auto. Save when you bundle. Get a quote at progressive.com. That's progressive.com.
It's true. Difficult times have a way of focusing us. We have to think about what matters most when it comes to our spending, our health care. This is why so many people are joining MediShare right now. MediShare is a trusted way to save up to 50% on your monthly health care costs. More than 400,000 people have already made the switch. It's pretty obvious why, too, especially now during this challenging season with healthcare costs and out-of-pocket expenses going up. MediShare can save you a lot of money. The typical family saves $500 a month. MediShare works, too. It's been around for 30 years. Members have shared more than $5 billion of each other's bills. There are different options to choose from to fit your budget. I'll give you the number here in a second, and if you call, you can get a price within 2 minutes. Maybe now is the perfect time to make the switch and start saving. Here you go. Call 877-26-BIBLE. That's 877-26-BIBLE. 877-26-BIBLE.
Always wanted a giant sparkler on your finger? They're getting cheaper. Diamonds are a girl's best friend. Marilyn sure had that right, and now they're a girl's BFF, selling at up to a 25% discount in some cases, according to Bloomberg. Diamond company De Beers cut prices as more diamond deal seekers opt for cheaper lab-grown gems, sinking sales numbers. The cheaper prices include diamonds between 2 and 4 carats, easily cut into smaller stones for high-end bridal rings. But there is a catch. The company is no longer allowing buyers to reject stones. CBS's Wendy Gillette. Employers concerned about workers' mental wellness may want to rethink strategy. A new survey finds the growing list of options from mindfulness seminars to massage classes and sleep apps may not do much good. The study determined people who participated in the programs were no better off than colleagues who did not. Deborah Rodriguez, CBS News.
It's that time of year again.
It's a holiday
time of Christmas.
Gifts and treats.
Time spent enjoying all the special moments.
Top-notch lawn. Everyone, a very Merry Christmas and Happy New Year. We're also sending
Yes,
you. We are thankful for you.
And for Christmas, and was written down as a warning for us. 1 Corinthians 10 and 11.
Better place, better experience.
You being sung by the choir.
So I order food cater for it hits me. The client is actually in Jacksonville. So I call Easy Cater. Can you fix up that way? Right back and you're all set.
Jackson, Easy Cater has your back with 24/7 support. Order at easycater.com and go. There's no better time.
We got your back.
Your identity and financial. LifeLock detects you may miss when you if you do become a victim. A U.S.-based LifeLock restoration specialist will work to fix it. LifeLock is the new year solution that you need to keep. Save 25% off in the first year. Call 1-800-LifeLock or go to lifelock.com. Promo code PLAY to save 25%. That's lifelock.com. Promo code PLAY.
Odds are in life, a career, and trying to build a little bit of wealth. The Brown Ambition podcast with host Andy and Tiffany the Budget. How possible would this show be if we weren't transparent? Like, I did. And one of them because I know I was telling myself, I like somebody else. I was like, boy, and they did. I was like, hey, boo. And they still said no. It was the best day for them. Brown Ambition, wherever you listen.
Join Sean Hannity Sundays at 3 p.m. for the Encore Show. Chinese, Russian, no fear, Joe Biden. Your WSFA First Alert Weather Forecast on News Radio 14 Party.
For victims of drunk and drug driving, our grief is unique. But you will not you always have a place at NAD. Call our 24-hour victim helpline at 877-NAD-HELP or visit NAD.org.
A cold rain is what most people are starting their Tuesday morning off with. Experiencing rain, temperatures will be slow to rise. Most of you will probably only make it into the mid at your month at this point. You can down to the teens will dry out tonight. Highs on 40 tomorrow, back down to the 20s by Wednesday. And this is your first alert forecast. I'm WSFA just Current on News Radio 14.
Montgomery's Watch Traffic, brought to you by Sons Automotive, family owned, family driven, on News Radio 14.
area that would send you on an alternate route. Be advised, though, as the temperature drops later this morning, watch for some possible icing on the bridges and overpasses. Shouldn't be much of a problem because the highways and the streets are just too warm. But be advised, don't travel unless it's necessary and be too safe. Festival Plaza has it all. Enjoy movies today and see Festival Plaza food. Then eat at the Bubbly Hen. Others to do is at Festival Plaza Taylor and Long. Collier's managed development. Buckle up, it's the law. From Montgomery Sky Watch Traffic, this is Major.
Good morning, I'm Jasmine Williams at WSFA 12 News. Here's what's happening this Tuesday. Today is another first week weather day with snow falling in parts of our state and conditions in central Alabama. The governor has declared a state of emergency for 25 counties in northern Alabama, urging people to stay off the roadways. And because of the cold conditions, several schools in our area will be closed, and other schools will be virtual. Those include Montgomery, Dallas, Butler, and Watauga County schools. Some of the school systems closed today include Elmore, Elkins, Chilton, and Adams County. For the latest on the closings, from WSFA. The schools were also closed yesterday in honor of Martin Luther King Jr., the civil rights activist with American Day. Dr. King worked and lived in Montgomery for years. The capital city of Alabama wrapped up a week-long celebration downtown Montgomery in honor of the parade. I'm Jasmine Williams at WSFA 12 for more morning headlines.
80% was failed by February. Did you know there's a good chance that you just won't? Hi, I'm Evan Bass, founder of I started this clinic to take care of men. Here's some stuff that motivates you to energy and drive all of them love too. Keeping resolutions can feel like walking track live. Even more so, companies tend to get close in one dream. Guys, you're not alone. Your body's like here's the comprehensively with moving freedom style of jump. We are a passionate team.
You're the only one up there. I'm not gonna call it wood.
One thing we hear about the city is time to feel amazing and crush this new year. Call my team right now and let us treat you to an unforgettable experience. Dial 334-440-3663 or go to MontgomeryMen'sHealth.com. MontgomeryMen'sHealth.com.
Summertime is come and gone, and cooler weather is here. Now is a great time to update your exterior living space and lock in a bit of fun during its cooler months. That's right, not only do we have shades that can help cool your patio, but we have shades that can help keep your patio warm as well. Better design savings designs help select just the right look and feel for your space. Schedule an estimate or stop by our showroom and travel, and our designers walk you through the very latest and beautiful and affordable options. Get started with visiting GoJustBlinds.com.
It seems that everywhere you look right now, someone is sick. This year, prepare your family for airborne invaders like bacteria, pollen, and yes, germs with Navage Nasal Care. Navage flushes ultra-pure refreshing saline in one nostril, around the back of the nose, and out of the other nostril. Navage sucks out viruses, dust, and other airborne particles. All the stuff that gets trapped in your nose, making you miserable. Don't get caught empty-handed this winter. Get Navage, the drug-free solution that helps you breathe easier, sleep better, and feel healthier. Even better, Navage is HSA eligible. Navage is a great way to spend those funds before they expire. Live longer. Buy Navage today and you'll breathe easier knowing you're putting your funds to good use. Navage is available online at Navage.com or Walmart, Walgreens, CVS, and Rite Aid. Navage. N-A-V-A-G. Clean nose, healthy life.
No fees or minimums and no overdraft fees. Banking with Capital One is the easiest decision in the history of business. It's even easier than choosing even easier than that. With no fees or minimums and no overdraft fees, is it a decision? Okay, here's the plan. Pass me the ball every time. This is banking reimagined. What's in your wallet? Terms apply.
Pass me the ball every time, every time.
Name and breath.
Now another.
Marcus, what happened?
I was changing my oil and I spilled some on the floor.
Oh, we'll use these $50 bills to wipe it off.
Perfect. Got one more?
Yeah, take a couple hundred.
Stop. Instead of using money, use an old rag. And here's a better tip from Progressive on how not to waste money. Don't pay too much for car insurance. Ever since we can save hundreds.
and Casualty Insurance Company and affiliates. Potential savings will vary. Not available in all states.
Be smart, witty, and fast on the draw. It's Mark Levin this afternoon at 5 p.m. on News Radio 1440.
You need to reset, refocus on your day. The moment where you take a deep breath and change the focus from the problem to the problem solver. This is Decisions with Kevin Elkins.
Tomorrow morning, if you wake up and the sun.
And good morning, Montgomery, Alabama. It's time to rise and shine. For it is one more time, one more day. You're on top of the ground, and the ground's not on top of you. Good morning to you. I'm Kevin Elkins, and this is News Radio 1440. It is time for our daily bread. A word from on high, something that will change your perspective or give you a new one. Either way, it's good for the soul. And again, good morning. It is January the 16th. Today's daily bread is simply entitled Learning from Mistakes. I think we all know something about that. Our scripture insight today comes from 1 Corinthians 10 and 11. And our scripture insight comes from 1 Corinthians 10, 1 through 11. But 1 Corinthians 10, 11 reads, these things happened to them as examples and were written down as warnings for us. 1 Corinthians 10 and 11. Govern yourselves accordingly. And again, good morning, January the 16th. It is a day that has never been, and it is a day that will never, ever come again. It is a once-in-a-lifetime deal, and once it's gone, you don't get a do-over. You don't get it back. You don't get to summon it from the past. You don't get to come back and do all the things today that you didn't do, and you certainly don't get a chance to come back and undo the things that you do this day. So whatever it is that you do with this day, make sure that if tomorrow should be, you'll be proud of what you have done on this day. If you've lived a while, you've seen and you've heard many, many yesterdays. And if we are blessed and given the grace, mercy, and charity of God, we may, I'm not sure, but we may see some tomorrows. But if tomorrow should never be, then it is this day. That is the first day of the rest of our lives. What are we going to do with them? Well, do what you can, for as long as you can, while you can, and reach back and give somebody else a helping hand. Benjamin Elijah May said, whatever we do in life, we should do it so well, no man living, no man dead, no man yet to be born can do it any better. And I say that is the standard by which you live life, you'll always be successful. Oh, you'll fail at a thing or two. We all do. But you'll never be a failure until you quit. We say, give out if you must, rest if you can. But you never, ever give up. My mother said nothing would beat a failure but a try. The Chinese say a journey of 1,000 miles begins with the first step. Martin Luther King said, if you cannot run, walk. And if you cannot walk, crawl. But whatever you do, keep moving forward. Don't ever give up. Don't ever, ever quit. Because quitters never win. And winners may lose at a thing or two, but they never quit. So don't you. Don't ever give up. Because quitters don't win, and winners never quit. And no matter what happens this day, remember this. It is a great day. Like all the other days, it is a great day to be alive. Good morning to you. Learning from our mistakes, that's our daily bread for this day, January the 16th, 2024. We'll be back.
welcome to today's encouragement from Our Daily Bread. Marvin Williams wrote today's reading, and he titled it Learning from Mistakes. To help avoid future financial mistakes, such as those in 1929 and 2008 that brought down the world's economy, the Library of Mistakes was founded in Edinburgh, Scotland. It features a collection of more than 2,000 books that can help educate the next generation of economists. And it serves as a perfect example of how, according to the library's curators, smart people keep doing stupid things. The curators believe that the only way to build a strong economy is to learn from prior mistakes. Paul reminded the Corinthians that one way to avoid yielding to temptation and to have a strong spiritual life is to learn from the mistakes of God's people in the past. So to make sure that they wouldn't become overconfident with their spiritual privilege, the apostle used ancient Israel's failures as an example from which to gain wisdom. The Israelites engaged in idolatry, chose to commit sexual immorality, grumbled about the plans and purposes of God, and rebelled against his leaders. Due to their sin, they experienced his discipline. Paul presented these historical examples from Scripture to help believers in Jesus avoid repeating Israel's mistakes. As God helps us, let's learn from our mistakes and those made by others so that we might gain a heart of obedience for Him. Today's Our Daily Bread devotional scripture reading is drawn from 1 Corinthians chapter 10, verses 1 through 11. For I do not want you to be ignorant of the fact, brothers and sisters, that our ancestors were all under the cloud, and that they all passed through the sea. They were all baptized into Moses in the cloud and in the sea. They all ate the same spiritual food and drank the same spiritual drink, for they drank from the spiritual rock that accompanied them, and that rock was Christ. Nevertheless, God was not pleased with most of them. Their bodies were scattered in the wilderness. Now, these things occurred as examples to keep us from setting our hearts on evil things as they did. Do not be idolaters, as some of them were. As it is written, the people sat down to eat and drink and got up to indulge in revelry. We should not commit sexual immorality, as some of them did, and in one day 23,000 of them died. We should not test Christ, as some of them did, and were killed by snakes. And do not grumble, as some of them did, and were killed by the destroying angel. These things happened to them as examples, and were written down as warnings for us, on whom the culmination of the ages has come. Would you pray with me? Heavenly Father, would you please help us to learn from our failures and the failures of others and the biblical examples so that we might be more obedient to you. Thank you, Lord. It is for your glory, and it's in Jesus' name that we pray. Amen. Thanks so much for listening today. My name is Wes Ward, and today's encouragement was provided by Our Daily Bread Ministries.
Come on now.
Here we go, all the way, gotta be rough and tough, airborne, every day.
Time to rise and shine, people. It ain't cold outside yet. Time to go to work. Down in the mess hall on my knees. We got nothing to eat but a can of beans. Come on now. Let's get up. The bread was moldy and the meat was bad. Not really, but that's just a song. You know darn well that you can't eat that.
You know darn well that you can't eat that.
Here we go.
All the way,
gotta be rough and tough, airborne, all the way. When I was young, always wanted to be in the 82nd Airborne, easing the breeze. Now that I'm here, I'm gonna do it right. Jump from an aircraft while in flight. Time to rise and shine. No PT today, though. It's Tuesday. Okay, we can do that tomorrow. All the way, airborne, all the way, driving on. Driving on. In the drizzling rain, well, I picked up my parachute and boarded the plane. Jump master said 1 minute to go. Green light lead with a cheering blow. All the way, airborne, all the way, driving on, driving on, all the way, airborne, all the way, driving on, driving on. Here we go, all the way, gotta be rough and tough, airborne, all the way. We got PT today? No PT today. But we do have a thingamajigger. But first, let's pay homage to all of our armed forces of the United States of America: Army, Navy, Air Force, Marines, Coast Guard, and Space Force. And it seems that the Alabama National Guard got a new general out there, 1 star. Okay. We traded a 2-star in for a 1 star. That's cool. He must got his stuff together. I'll go out there and talk to him, see what he's talking about. But anyway, come back and tell you guys what he said. Let us never forget, you slept nicely last night. It's not Ukraine, not those other places where they're throwing bombs in Israel and places like that. No, you sleep easy every night because somebody's mother, somebody's dad, somebody's uncle, somebody's brother, sister, aunt said, not on my watch. We'll do what we can so you sleep safely tonight. Every morning we dedicate these songs to those people who have taken that pledge. Good morning to you. It's time to rise and shine. And it's not too cold outside, but the weather, according to the weatherman, it's going to get chillier as the morning goes on. Okay, so just be careful out there. Okay, don't try to get there in a hurry. Okay, you'll be all right. Just leave a little earlier. Go a little slower. You'll be all right. And after all, this is an Air Force town, Gunner Air Force Base, as well as the Annex and Maxwell Air Force Base. We say good morning to those guys out there. I don't think, does the Air Force get up by 8 o'clock in the morning or something? Or do they sleep late? I'm just saying. I never see many of them on the road when I'm headed to work in the morning. Not too many. They must got banker's hours out there. I mean, in the Army, our motto used to be, we do more by 6 o'clock than most people do all day. I don't even think the Air Force gets up by 6 o'clock. They probably got breakfast in bed out there. Got the cooks bringing them breakfast to the bed. Something, I don't know. Their motto is Semper Fidelis. But they cut it short to Simplify. But whether it's Semper Fidelis or Simplify, it all means the same thing. Always faithful. The United States Marines. I know they stuck it to me. I'm not done with them yet. Yes, sirree. Okay, we got to take a break. We'll come back. Don't forget our thing today. It's called the God of Miracles. I think you'll be motivated by it and be encouraged by it. But if you're not, well, check the mirror, make sure you're still alive, because I've listened to this thing a couple times, and it really, really, really is good. So we shall return uno momento. Okay, so don't you guys go no place. I'm just saying you might want to hang loose there for a second, until I can find my little. There we go. My main one is here with this right. Okay, so you guys hang loose. We'll be back after this break, okay? Because that's what our job is. Okay, just turn back and talk about things. Okay, I'm just saying. Hey, can we stop that? Okay, we need to stop that. There we go. Now I shall return. Not too chilly outside right now. It was raining a little bit when I came in, then it stopped. So, but they are saying it's going to get cooler as the morning progresses. And I think my Montgomery County schools are out today, at least, or I think they're just closed. As a matter of fact, but check with your school to make sure that I'm telling you the right information, because that's what I got last night. That things change. We'll be back after this. Can't be too safe.
Colliers manage development. Buckle up, it's the law. From Montgomery Skywatch Traffic, this is Major Delay.
Everyone loves esports tournaments, but someone has to run them. This week it was announced that tournament organizer Blast has signed a multi-year deal to run both Fortnite and Rocket League competitions and broadcasts. Blast has already been known for Fortnite tournaments along with Counter-Strike and Rainbow Six Siege, while Rocket League is a new frontier for them. We can't wait to see what's in store. Will you be watching?
The latest esports and gaming news. Find it online at checkpointxp.com.
Life insurance. Why are you putting it off? Can't afford it? Too much hassle? Think you don't need it? There's lots of excuses for putting off life insurance. But if you weren't there, who would pay the mortgage and other bills? With Ethos, you could be covered in 10 minutes and boom, family protected. Ethos, fast and easy online term life insurance. Up to $2 million in coverage with no medical exam. Some policies as low as $1 a day. Answer a few health questions and get your free quote at getethos.com. That's getethos.com.
Getting your guaranteed maximum refund with TaxSlayer feels like saddling up and chasing down. Look at that sweet moolah! That big old cash cow. Look at all that money! File for free with TaxSlayer Simply Free and get your guaranteed maximum refund. TaxSlayer. File fearlessly.
There's no better time than the new year to help protect your identity and finances. LifeLock detects potential threats to your identity that you may miss on your own. If you do become a victim, a U.S.-based LifeLock restoration specialist will work to fix it. LifeLock is the New Year's resolution that's easy to keep. Save 25% off your first year. Call 1-800-LifeLock or go to LifeLock.com. promo code PLAY to save 25%. That's LifeLock.com, promo code PLAY.
More than 1,400 Alabamians have died from drug overdoses in 2021. Fentanyl is the major cause of drug deaths. It's killing our fathers, our mothers, our sisters, and our brothers. It's time to have a conversation about substance misuse. If you have a family member or friend, or if you are suffering from a substance use disorder, the Council on Substance Abuse wants to help. Go to COSANCADD.org. Hope is real. Recovery is real. Contact TULSA today at 334-262-1629.
Hey, y'all, Lewis, it's the Capital Oyster Bar over here on that beautiful Alabama River where we cook up fresh seafood for you. And don't forget, we got that pot of gumbo going for you to warm you up on these cold days. That's right, that's some good eating. We got all kind of good eating. You can check it all out at CapitalOysterBar.com or go to our Facebook page. You see the menu, also a map how to get here. Also about the RV park right next door to us. Also about the great live music we got coming up here this spring. So check it out. We'll see you soon. Come hungry. We got something good for you to eat. We'll keep you warm with that gumbo.
When you need a car doctor for your car or truck, who are you going to call? Call the certified auto techs at Chico's Auto Pros in Montgomery. Got issues with brakes, tires, hoses, check engine light, air conditioning, or just need routine maintenance? Chico's Auto Pros. Quality service, free vehicle inspections, and where we'll only recommend work that is absolutely needed. Chico's Auto Pros, where friends recommend friends for auto repair. Chico's Auto Pros. Better price, better experience, guaranteed.
Go fish the Hot Tub and Swim Spa Polar Expo this weekend at the Bottling Plant Event Center. Browse the largest display of hot tubs, cold therapy, tubs, and swim spas in the region with over 40 hot tubs from 5 major brands at up to 50% off. That's this weekend at the Bottling Plant Event Center in Opelika. Visit HotTubBlowout.com.
Don't miss Sean Hannity.
Biden incoherently adheres
Live this afternoon at 2 p.m. on News Radio 1440.
But no one wants to be put in the crisis that requires a miracle. The only way you really need a miracle is that you have a problem. And the bigger the problem, the bigger the miracle you need. We like miracles, but not the problems that go with them. But sooner or later, it's going to happen to you. The phone is going to ring, and your calm, tranquil, well-ordered life is instantly going to be in a raging storm. Sooner or later, you're going to face a crisis beyond your power to control.
Our God is a God who wants to perform the miraculous in your life. There are times in our lives where we face something that it just seems like there's no way out. We could do all the math in our mind, and our mind will tell us there's nothing that can be done here. Maybe you're in a job and you know God wants to bless you, but you look at your situation and you think, well, God can't move here. My boss doesn't like me. I can't get along with the other people at work. There's such a ceiling in my environment. It's impossible for God to move in this situation. Other times we might say, well, my marriage, Pastor, it's just so bad. It's been so many years that it's been sliding in the wrong direction. I don't know that God could ever move our marriage into the position that he keeps talking about. How is God going to change these things in my life? Pastor, I've been attacked in my body for so long, and the diagnosis is that it's incurable. Nothing can be done here. I'm not sure that God could even move. I don't know what he would do. And our brain starts to opt us out of God's best in our lives. It says, well, the impossible things, I don't know that God still does that anymore. We begin to forget the things in our past where God didn't perform the miraculous. Can you think back to a time when God did something miraculous in your life that no one could explain? Something happened and you got a breakthrough when there seemed to be no way. There was a miracle that happened in your life that could not be explained with the mind. The mind wants to get in your way. It wants to say, well, that's impossible.
A lot of people believe in the Bible. They believe in the miracles in the Bible. What they don't believe is that God will do it for them and do it now. That's what faith is, believing that God can do it for you and do it right now.
We live in a world where everyone's telling you you can't pull this off. We live in a time when people even in the church don't believe in the power of the Holy Spirit and what he can do. Sometimes we just look at the scriptures and go, well, yeah, that was back then. And guys, it's not about back then. It's about always. It's about ever since the beginning of this book and all the way to the end. The followers of God were filled with courage. There was a fearlessness in them. There was a confidence of, my God will come through. We grew up with these stories. We really did. And don't you remember as a kid just having this faith like God can do anything?
God loves to work best and shine his glory when things seem the darkest. When the Israelites were in a situation where they're hemmed in by the mountains, they couldn't escape the mountains. They had the sea in front of them, they couldn't swim across that. And the Egyptians were coming in, and God had positioned them there. They thought, well, what is going on? This is impossible. You know what? Even when it looks impossible, God can either blow up the mountains or he can part the sea. He's going to figure it out. We just have to keep believing that no matter how impossible it looks, God can still do it. I don't know how he's going to come through in this financial situation, but here's what I do know. I know that my God will meet all of my needs according to his riches and glory. I don't serve a God of the practicals. I serve a God of the miracles.
The God of the Bible is a miracle-working God. In the Genesis of time, he breathed into a handful of dirt, and Adam became a living soul. That was a miracle. He separated the day from the night. He flung the glittering stars against the velvet of the night to glisten like diamonds, as an eternal reminder to mankind that he is the infinite creator. He set the sun ablaze and placed it in the heavens as his version of the eternal flame. The infinite power of God to create is far beyond our imagination to grasp. The God of this Bible is a God of might and miracles. He's a God of grace and glory. He's a God of power and patience. Moses parted the Red Sea and walked across on dry ground with almost 2 million people. He healed the lame, he healed the deaf, he healed the blind. That, my friend, is miracle-working power.
We serve a Jesus who walked around making the uncommon events in the power of God look like they were common. Every day he was performing a miracle. You have that same spirit on the inside of you.
And it's so rare that someone, even in church gatherings, so rare for someone to put their arm around you and remind you of how powerful you are, how powerful your God is who dwells inside of you, and what you can do. You know, we become more and more cowardly. He's never been pleased.
Good morning, peoples. How y'all doing?
With people who don't believe.
This is really a great piece. So, turn on the radio. Listen to this.
But have we lost the wonder of God?
Well,
do we see his might and majesty so often we're blind to his presence? Have you ever watched the sunset or the sunrise? That ball of fire that's glowing on the horizon.
Well,
it's a staggering miracle that really you can't wrap your mind around. Why should you know this? Because on creation's morning, a divine spark of glory escaped from the fingertip of Almighty God. It blazes in the heavens on a daily basis as God's billboard to the nations of the earth. He's saying, this is my miracle-working power of the God that created heaven and earth that you can serve. He is awesome. He is full of wonder. He is the light of the world.
Sometimes we think of all the busyness we're going to do to help God try and do what he's doing. Listen, take a step back and let God do what God's trying to do. Just put your faith that when things get impossible, he's going to unlock the impossible. He's going to show up in his glory so that we could say all these years later, that was God that did that and not us.
People get the idea it's easy for God to heal a head cold and he can't touch cancer. Let me tell you, cancer is not a challenge for God. When you have the faith for it, I mean, you can move mountains here. God's just waiting for you to uncross your fingers and start believing.
He wants you to see that miracle. He wants to wow you. And when we stop expecting and we negotiate, we say, well, how God's going to do that? I don't know. But you know what, God? I'm fine. our brain tends to look at what the devil's bringing and say, well, that might be working. You know, it's not what I thought it was going to be. It's not a wow, but it'll do. I'll settle in this situation. I'm just going to take what this compromise is. Remember this. If you remember anything out of today, God is not a God of compromise. He's going to bring a miracle into your life. Don't accept second best.
We get knocked down here and there, and then people start telling you you can't pull it off, and our faith and that risk and that courage just seems to subside, and it's not right. It's not good. That's not how we want to live. Why don't I believe like I used to? We're children of God. God is still God, not just when we were little kids, but when we're 40, when we're 80, just go, man, I'm going to go for it. God's done some amazing things throughout time, and as I grow in my knowledge, I want my courage and my boldness to grow with it, not the opposite.
Our Father which art in heaven is still Jehovah Rophi, the Lord that heals all disease. His Son, Jesus Christ, is still the great physician. He is the balm of Gilead. He is the conqueror of death, hell, and the grave. This is the word of the living God. It is a two-edged sword. This is the bread of life. This is living water. This word, spoken under the anointing of the Holy Spirit, is a divine proclamation that can move mountains and conquer diseases. You are what this book says you are. You can do what this book says you can do. You can have what this book says you can have. You can know what this book says you can know. You can go where this book says you can go. Nothing is impossible unto you. If you go in the name of the Lord Jesus Christ, this book says, whatsoever you ask in my name, I will do it. And if that was the only verse in the Bible, it would make Christianity the greatest faith on the planet. Ask and you shall receive. Today I'm asking God that you receive the miracle that will turn your life around.
It's all about what you believe. Good morning to you. A God of miracles. Sometimes we forget that, don't we? That's because we be trying to help God. Mm-hmm. You know, I was in church Sunday, and the preacher said something I never knew. There are a lot of things he says I never knew. So let's get that straight. But I think we're in Luke chapter 23, and either verse 18 is not there. I think they go from 17 to 19, and for some reason somebody took out verse 18, and it's in most of the Bible. It's not there. I never knew that. And Sean was trying to say what it was, but maybe I wasn't paying good enough attention, because I was wondering, well, isn't that like taken away from the word? I don't know. Maybe somebody can explain that to me one of these days. But I think it's Luke 23 and 17 is there, and 17, and 9. Anyway, one of the verses is gone, and they just took it out. Just completely took the whole verse out. And I'm still trying to figure out how come. But anyway, that's neither here nor there. Well, it is. I mean, it is an important issue. I think it's an important issue. Somebody's got to talk to me that knows more about the good book than I do, at least from a scholarly perspective. Anyway, because I never knew that. I've been reading that Bible a long time. Okay. To tell the truth, I've been like precursory reading. I don't really read the whole thing all the time, but that surprised me. Anyway, good morning to you. Hope today finds you well. Don't have time to answer that question right now, but maybe somebody out there can tell me why in a little while, but not right now, because I don't have time to take calls. I got things to do. It is time for our daily bread. It's time for lessons of life and the word of the day. Now, the word of the day is an interesting word. I've used it before, but I just want to make sure that you get. That's what this word is what talk radio is all about. It doesn't have all the answers, but it does allow you to express an opinion, opine. Now, the first time I heard that word was on Bill O'Reilly, and he used it all the time. I said, okay, that's one of them Harvard words. You don't really get that out here in regular school. Opine, O-P-I-N-E, opine means to express an opinion. So every morning you guys opine in the show, okay? the lesson of life is this one. You know how people would go around and tell people about who you are and who they think you are and all that stuff. I mean, really, yeah. Until by the time it gets back to you, what people said about you, you don't even recognize yourself anymore. You know why that is? You know what that is? Well, first of all, let me tell you, it is a great day to be alive. And history is only kind to you if you write your own. Okay? If you want your story told, you need to be the one who tells it. Because people will never tell, they'll tell what they interpret to be your story. Seriously, you can have 200 people in a circle. Give them one thing about you and pass it around the circle, and by the time it gets back to you, you probably don't understand how in the world they got that. Okay? I'm just saying. So history is only kind to you if you write your own. And be honest when you write the story. So if you want your story told, you need to be the one who tells it. Don't depend on everybody else. Okay? Good morning to you. It is January the 16th. It is the 16th day of 2024. Believe it or not, there are 349 days left in the year. And on this day in 1991, the White House announced the start of Operation Desert Storm to drive Iraqi forces out of Kuwait. Allied forces prevailed on February the 28th, 1991. In 27 BC, now I wasn't there, I'm only going by what the guy says. Caesar Augustus was declared the first emperor of the Roman Empire by the Senate. In 1865, Union Major General William T. Sherman decreed that 400,000 acres of the land in the South would be divided into 40-acre lots and given to former slaves. Now, of course, that's where they lied to us again. They lied to your brother again. The order later revoked by President Andrew Johnson, believed to be how was to have inspired the expression, "Give me my 40 acres and a mule." And of course, we know they they lied about that. They've been lying ever since. Okay, then. Personally, I wouldn't want 40 acres. I'm not cutting that much grass for all the tea in China. Okay, but I'm just saying. Now, give me an acre and I'm good. Give me an acre and I'm good. That's, I can grow some food on there. I can get some cows out there, maybe get some cattle out there, and got a couple of horses running around and stuff like that. But who needs 40 acres? Yeah, I don't. So they probably would have called me that. What's that guy that Uncle Remus? Whatever. They probably. I don't need 40 acres. I'm sorry, but if I get an acre with free land, oh yeah, I'm good. Build my house and all that stuff. Okay, let me keep on moving on. In 1912, a day before reaching the South Pole, British explorer Robert Scott and his expedition found evidence that Ronald Amundsen of Norway and his team had gotten there ahead of them. Again, I'm still trying to figure out why you want to go up to that cold place anyway, but hey, have at it. 1919, pianist and statesman Ignacy Jane Paderewski, never mind. Okay, I got this one. Paderewski. I got him. Okay. Became the first premier of the newly created Republic of Poland. In 1920, prohibition began in the United States as the 18th Amendment to the U.S. Constitution took effect 1 year to the day after its ratification. It was later repealed by the 21st Amendment. Yeah, I'm from drinking. Yeah, I must be smoking something. 1942, actor Carol Lombard, 33, her mother Elizabeth, and 20 other people were killed when their plane crashed in Las Vegas, Nevada, while en route to California for a war bond promotion tour. 1987, Hu Yaobang resigned as the head of China's Communist Party, declaring he'd made mistakes in dealing with student turmoil and intellectual challenges to the system. 1989 was the year 3 days into rioting began in Miami when a police officer fatally shot Clement Lloyd, a black motorist, causing a crash that claimed the lives of his passenger, Alan Blanchard. The officer, William Lanzanzo, was convicted of manslaughter but was acquitted in a retrial. In 2002, Richard Reed was indicted in Boston on federal charges alleging he tried to blow up U.S. Bond jetliner explosive with explosive hidden in his shoe. Reed was later pleaded guilty and was sentenced to life in prison. In 2003, the space shuttle Columbia blasted off what was turned out to be its last flight. On board was Israel's first astronaut. The mission ended on tragedy on February the 1st when the shuttle broke up during its return descent, killing all 7 crew members aboard. In 2007, Democratic Senator Barack Obama of Illinois launched his successful bid for the White House. And the rest is history. Then he turned the White House like, I don't know, pastel colors. 2020, the first impeachment of President Donald Trump opened in the Senate with senators standing and swearing an oath of impartial justice. Trump again denounced the proceeding as a hoax, while Speaker Nancy Pelosi said evidence reinforced the need to call for additional witnesses. Trump would be acquitted on charges of abuse of power and obstruction of Congress. Of course he would. And it was 12 years ago today. Republican presidential frontrunner Mitt Romney fending off attacks from rivals during debate in Myrtle Beach, South Carolina. Hours before the debate, former Utah Governor John Huntsman withdrew from the race and announced his support for Romney, despite their differences. Well, everybody's got differences. 7 years ago, Turkish authorities captured an Uzbek national suspected of killing 39 people during an attack on an Istanbul nightclub during New Year's celebration. Former NASA astronaut Eugene Cernan, to date the last man to walk on the moon, died at 82. And it was 2 years ago today, by a plane load, National Guardsmen troops poured into the nation's capital as governors answered the urgent pleas of U.S. defense officials for more troops to help safeguard Washington for the days leading up to the president-elect John Biden's inauguration. Of course, they didn't do that this weekend. Did you hear about the White House? The White House was almost taken over this weekend. Anybody know that? Of course you didn't know that about that, because that's only in the real news. Okay, yeah, I'll tell you about that a little later on. Okay, so the White House almost got took over this weekend. They tore it out. They was rocking the fence. Matter of fact, they pushed so hard on the fences they moved them back. I'm just telling you. So, yeah, I know y'all didn't hear about that. I'll tell you about that later on. Birthdays today: William Kennedy's 94. Norman, somebody last name is 92. Opera singer Marilyn Horne is 88. Hall of Fame auto racer A.J. Fort is 87. And John Carpenter is 74. You know what I'm talking. And there's a weather alert today. We'll get to that later on. What else are we celebrating today? Well, today is National Nothing Day. That's right. If you're doing nothing, aren't you doing something with nothing as the thing that you're doing? Okay. It's also Fig Newton Day. If you like Fig Newton, yeah, you darn shooting. I like Fig Newtons. Okay, never mind. No, Fig Newtons do that. Appreciate a Dragon Day. Okay then, Book Publishers Day. Come along, let's celebrate industrious people who make books available to all of us. I still say reading a book is far more better than reading off a tablet. Yeah, it is. I remember things when I read the book. International Hot and Spicy Food Day. That's a day I don't like hot and spicy food. Also on this day, get ready to consume some delicious yet super spicy dishes. January 16th, also National Good Teen Day. Get ready to celebrate teens who make an effort to be responsible members of our society. There are some. Matter of fact, there are plenty. National Quinoa Day. Don't know what that is, but I'm going to leave it to them. National Religious Freedom Day. So if you've been free to do your religion, today you celebrate it. Printing Ink Day, National Without a Scalpel Day, and anything else. Prohibition Remembrance Day. We remember when they wouldn't let us drink a beer. Rid the world of fad diets and gimmicks day. I'm kind of with them on that. Yeah, I'm kind of with them on that. Okay, all these fad diets. Signing of the Peace Accords Day. Okay, and that's it. And now I got something to tell you guys when we come back that you just won't believe what the FAA is doing. You won't believe it. That's right, the Federal Aviation Authority. Yeah, you won't believe it. We'll be back.
1440.
Good morning, I'm Jasmine Williams at WSFA 12 News. Here's what's happening this Tuesday. Today is another first alert weather day with snow falling in parts of our state and icy conditions in central Alabama. The governor has declared a state of emergency for 25 counties in northern Alabama, urging people to stay off the roadways if you can. And because of the cold conditions, several schools in our area will be closed and other schools will be virtual. Those include Montgomery, Dallas, Butler, and Autauga County schools. Some of the school systems closed today include Elmore, Tallapoosa, Chilton, and Lowndes County. For the latest on the closings, visit WSFA.com. And schools were also closed yesterday in honor of Dr. Martin Luther King Jr., the civil rights activist would have turned 95 on Monday.
95 years
Dr.
old.
King worked and lived in Montgomery for years. Capital City of Alabama wrapped up a weeks-long celebration in downtown Montgomery in his honor with a parade. I'm Jasmine Williams at WSFA 12 News, and these are your morning headlines.
News Radio 1440 WLWIAM, the home of Sean Hannity. Also on 95.1 HD3 FM, Montgomery, Alabama. A Cumulus media station.
This is the CBS News World News Roundup, sponsored by O'Reilly Auto Parts.
I'm Matt Piper in Des Moines, Iowa.
We're going to drill, baby, drill right away.
Donald Trump takes a victory lap after he wins big here.
So I don't want to be overly rough on the president, but I have to say that he is the worst president that we've had in the history of our country.
In second place for these conferences, Ron DeSantis.
People want to have hope for this country's future, and that's what we represent. We represent a chance to reverse the madness that we've seen in this country.
Historically, the Iowa caucuses do not necessarily predict the party's nominee, but it helps shape the race and could pressure underperforming candidates to drop out. Vivek Ramaswamy did so last night. I'm Matt Piper in Des Moines. Now with more CBS News, here's Deborah Rodriguez.
Political analysts say the results in Iowa pose a question for Donald Trump. Correspondent Major Garrett.
Do your legal problems create political problems? And the answer so far is not only no, but heck no. They just don't. They create a rallying effect.
Mr. Trump is expected to be there in person when his second defamation trial begins in New York City today. After that, it's on to New Hampshire, which holds the nation's first primary of the season a week from today. CBS's Caitlin Huey-Burns is there and asked Greg Moore, who works for a super PAC that supports Nikki Haley.
Does New Hampshire take any cues from Iowa?
There hasn't been in a non-incumbent election. There hasn't been a situation where the Iowa caucus and the New Hampshire primary were run by the same person since 1976.
Flights to and from New Hampshire and other states in the Northeast are being canceled because of the snow and cold. The dig out's been tough for Jeremy Joy in West Seneca, New York.
The challenging part is finding a spot for me to put all this.
At least 12 deaths have been blamed on bitter cold from Oregon to Tennessee. Wind chills in the middle of the country have dipped below -30. Washington State is suing to stop two grocery chains, Kroger's and Albertsons, from becoming one. Attorney General Bob Ferguson.
Shoppers will have fewer choices and less competition, and that results in higher prices.
Kroger insists a merger would lower them. A first at the Emmys, Quinta Brunson is the first Black woman to win a prize for lead actress in a comedy since Isabel Sanford won for The Jeffersons in 1981.
I love making Abbott Elementary so much, and I am so happy to be able to live my dream and act out comedy.
Brunson on Fox. S&P futures down 15. This is CBS News.
Think O'Reilly Auto Parts for all your car care needs. Get the parts and service you need fast from the professional parts people at O'Reilly Auto Parts.
You know, it's true. Difficult times have a way of focusing us. We have to think about what matters most when it comes to our spending, our health care. This is why so many people are joining MediShare right now. MediShare is a trusted way to save up to 50% on your monthly healthcare costs. More than 400,000 people have already made the switch. It's pretty obvious why, too, especially now during this challenging season with healthcare costs and out-of-pocket expenses going up. MediShare can save you a lot of money. The typical family saves $500 a month. MediShare works, too. It's been around for 30 years. Members have shared more than $5 billion of each other's bills. There are different options to choose from to fit your budget. I'll give you the number here in a second, and if you call, you can get a price within 2 minutes. Maybe now. the perfect time to make the switch and start saving. Here you go. Call 877-26-BIBLE. That's 877-26-BIBLE. 877-26-BIBLE.
New evidence the rich are getting richer.
The world's 5 richest men have more than doubled their fortunes to $870 billion since 2020, while the world's poorest 60%, almost 5 billion people, have lost money. That's according to the anti-poverty group Oxfam International. It says the world could have its first trillionaire within a decade. Amazon's Jeff Bezos, investor Warren Buffett, Oracle co-founder Larry Ellison, and Tesla CEO Elon Musk are 4 of the 5 world's richest men. Jim Crisula, CBS News.
The Bills are celebrating today.
Right down the middle, they go for it. They get it! With Kincaid this time, the recipient of the Josh Allen touchdown.
They beat the Steelers 31-17 in the NFL playoffs a day after a winter storm dumped more than 2 feet of snow in Buffalo. The Buccaneers defeated the Eagles 32-9. Deborah Rodriguez, CBS News.
Hi, I'm Ben Myers with Just Blinds here in Franklin. Our family-owned business has been serving the River region for over 35 years, specializing in the design and installation of quality window treatments. The process is easy. Our experts will guide you every step of the way, selecting window coverings that best complement your space. With Just Blinds custom window treatments, you don't just change your home, you transform it. Visit us online or in person for a world of inspiration.
Go to justblinds.com. It's time to talk about one of the big myths when you involved in a car wreck. Many think the insurance company you have your vehicle policy with decides entirely who fixes your car. That is not the case at all. You get to decide who does the repair work on your vehicle. At Chico's Auto Pros, we encourage you to tell your insurance company or adjuster you want a free same-day repair estimate from Chico's Auto Pros, #1 in collision repair. Chico's Auto Pros, better price, better experience, guaranteed.
Telling it like it really is.
That's the fact, check.
It's the Dan Bongino Show, weekdays from 11 to 2 on News Radio 1440. Trustworthy, up-to-date, dependable. We are your news station. News Radio 1440.
Now, before we get into any particular conversation this morning, first of all, we need to have a conversation, a serious talk. I know you've heard it before, but you can't hear it. You cannot hear it enough. It's about a killer, and its name is fentanyl. Did you know that more than 1,400, not 14, but 1,400 Alabamians died in 2021 from drug overdoses? It's time to have the conversation about substance abuse. Hope is real. Recovery is real. So if you or your family member or a friend are suffering from substance use disorder, call the Council on Substance Abuse, or COSA, now. That's 334-262-1629, or go to COSANCADD.org. Let's get some help today. Call COSA, 334-262-1629, and get the help you need right now. Because your experiences with drug affects not only you, but the environment you live, how you live, and for whom you live. So let's get some help. Call COSA, 334-262-1629. The only people who cannot be helped are the ones who don't ask for it. Good morning. Anyway, good morning to all of you. I hope this day finds you. Now, I'm going to tell you guys something that you won't believe it. Now, and some of you may believe this. Okay, before I get into anything local or anything like that, some people want, you know the FAA stands for, right? The Federal, what is it? Federal Aeronautics Aviation Authority or something like. Hold on, I gotta get this name right because I don't want to blow this. Because okay, FAA. Now what does that stand for? Okay, see my hands are to F. Okay, AA. What does that stand for? Okay. The federal. That's what I thought. The Federal Aviation Administration. These are the people who regulate airplanes and air vehicles in the air and stuff like that, right there. The Federal Aviation Administration. Now, you probably won't believe this, but I already checked it out. It's true. Okay, it's absolutely true. And I don't know what to say about this, but this is just me. See, most of the time I hear these stories, I'm thinking, it's probably more to it. No, this This is a true story. Okay. The FAA says that people with severe disabilities are the most underrepresented segment of federal workforce. So, you know what they want to do? Yeah. The FAA wants to go out and purposely hire people with disability, physical disabilities. I'm not so worried about that because there are jobs you can do. But they want to hire people with intellectual disabilities. Yeah, you heard me. Yeah. Okay. The Federal Aviation Administration is actively recruiting workers who suffer severe intellectual disabilities, psychiatric problems, or other mental and physical conditions under a diversity and inclusion hiring initiative spelled out in the agency's website, the FAA. Go there. It's there. So let me get this straight. We are going to hire crazy people to work for the FAA, and not physically disabled people. That doesn't bother me, but crazy people who will be manipulated out the wazoo by terrorists and people who would love to do us harm. Really? Who in the hell came up? And you wonder why I ain't getting on the airplane? Did you hear what they said? They want people who suffer severe intellectual disability that can be easily manipulated to do anything that somebody wants them to do while they work for the FAA, the Federal Aviation Administration. We are going to purposely find people who are wacko to put them in a position where hundreds of people's lives can be at risk. I mean, what the hell is our country coming to? I understand hiring people with physical disabilities because, physical disabilities have nothing to do with your intellectual abilities or property. I'm good. But do you really want to go to an airport where they're hiring people who can be easily manipulated to do all kinds of things by those who would do us harm? Really? I don't think I'm ever getting on a plane in America anymore. Okay? I mean, that's the private plane. And then again, I ain't even worried. I'm catching a bus. But anyway, I mean, so what say you? Is that a good idea? They say because they're the most unrepresented segment of the federal workforce, the Federal Aviation Administration is actively recruiting workers who suffer severe, not just intellectual, but severe intellectual disabilities and psychiatric problems or other mental and physical conditions under a diversity and DEI program. Hiring initiative spelled out in the agency's website. And it's, I said, they can't be joking about this. So I actually went to the official website. Targeted disabilities are those disabilities that the federal government, as a matter of policy, has identified for special emphasis in recruiting and hiring on the FAA's website. They include, okay, here we go, hearing, vision, missing extremities, which is not a big deal, partial paralysis, which is not a problem, complete paralysis, epilepsy, severe, see, this is one that gets me, severe intellectual disability, psychiatric disability, and dwarfism. Yeah, that's going to work out right. That's going to work out right. The initiative is part of the Diversity and Inclusion Hiring Plan, which says diversity is integral to achieving the FAA's mission of ensuring that we all somehow life will be put in jeopardy. The FAA's website shows that the agency's guidelines on diversity hiring were updated March the 23rd on 2022. This severe intellectual disability. So we're going to give them, okay, so let me get this right. We're going to give people with severe intellectual disability a pass to get into the airport. Somebody takes their pass, and now they in the airport. Are we really serious about this? We need to get the Democrats the hell out of Washington, D.C. Okay, I'm just telling you, they gonna kill us all. I mean, wow. Severe, not just a little bit nuts, but severe nuttiness. Oh my God. But anyway, that's your government. That's your federal government at work for you. right now. People with physical disabilities don't bother me, but those with mental disabilities, oh hell, yes, that bothers me. So now there are going to be people at our airports, working at our airports, who are mentally disabled, severely mentally disabled, which will be able to be manipulated by terrorists or anybody else. That all they got to do is get that little badge, and then all of a sudden now we all in danger. My Lord. Well, somebody said you don't have to worry, they won't be hiring you. Hell, I'm a whole lot better than the ones they're gonna hire. But anyway, does anybody out there find something wrong with this besides me? It's not the physical disabilities that bother me, but you're going to find somebody with severe intellectual disabilities. What the hell are they gonna do? Hey, here's my pass. You can go on in. I wasn't going today anyway. So some terrorist gets on our airplane or something like that, those that would do us harm, and they're gonna be sitting around looking stupid then. I don't know. That's your government at work, though. Okay. Good morning. Yes. I'm doing fine. I know, but just get on to the story, man. Just get on what you got to say. Okay. What is your what is your issue? Just tell me what your issue is. Don't give me the whole big long story. Ed, just give me a thing. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Okay, Ed. Okay. I got you. I appreciate your call. Good morning. Who's this? Yes, because I'm telling the truth. You got 3 minutes. Mm, that's a good point. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. No, I'm with you. I mean, I don't. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah. That's a point. That's a point. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Mm. And the guy and the guy that's in the White House now is he, oh, okay. Mm. And now what lie? Wait a minute, what lie did he tell? Wait, no. What lie did he tell? Just tell me the lie he told. Okay, that's right. They asked the Democrat to explain so they can't ever do it. I ain't mad at it. Good morning. Who's this? Yeah, he's not all there. That's but anyway. I know every time if you bring up Trump, listen, Trump is not. I like Swami, but Swami quit, and I like DeSantis also. But make no mistake about it. If at the end of the day it's Trump and Biden on the presidential ticket, I will vote for Trump, and I'll go to another state and vote for him again. Okay, I can't handle the guy in there whose cognitive issues are absolutely blaring cognitive issues. Okay, not that he's a bad guy, although he had taken a lot of money, but his cognitive issues are waning month by month by month. And it's not nothing bad. When you get old, you get a certain age, and I mean, although my mind's almost brilliant, but it does. Sometimes every once in a while I think, what was I going to say? So it's just one of those things as you get older. Good morning. Good morning, Steve. Mm-hmm. 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 25th Amendment. The 25th Amendment. Yeah. Yeah. 50 years. He's a crook. Yeah. Yeah. Let me ask something. I don't care nothing about his son. Right. I'm not. Yeah. Yeah. I don't. But he's been there too long. Yeah. 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 Oh no. 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 I don't care about his kid. I don't care about his kid. Yeah. 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 I don't care about his son. Yeah. I don't care about that. Yeah. Ooh. Yeah. Yeah. What his son does. Wait. Hold on. He's not responsible for what his son does. Like my son, I'm right, but that's his son, and that's for him. Yeah, but I will tell you this much. Okay, all right. Now let me ask you a question. Has there ever been a man in the White House in the president? Well, let me ask. Wait a minute. Let me ask you a question. Let me ask you a question. Has there ever been a man in recent history in the White House that came out publicly and said he did not want his kids to go to with a school with black folks in it, except this one? Is this the only one? The only one I know? Wait a minute. I saw him say it. I saw him say it. Okay. Listen. Listen. I am not okay. I'm gonna find. Wait a minute. I'm gonna find the audio. Let you hear it. I'm not trying to change your mind. Right. I'm not trying to. Wait. I'm not trying to change your mind. Yeah. 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 That's true. Yeah. 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 Right. Right. Hmm. Hmm. Right. It don't. Right. Right. Hmm. Exactly. Yeah. I never did. Yeah. Yeah. Right. I don't do it every day. That's true. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, I go listen. I go believe it until they show up in this studio and show me his ID card that he's a sergeant major. Because a sergeant major would never put down any person's job as long as you did right. As long as you did your job. Because brother, I spent a lot of Christmases sitting up there talking with the troops because I couldn't go home because they couldn't go home, and I had to sit there making some good dressing and all that stuff for the holidays while they was missing their families. And I did it, man. Colonel Wayne Downing. They were. I mean, listen. So now a private, I expect to get that out of. Yeah, yeah, yeah. But yeah, without it. Yeah, Sergeant Major. Yeah, yeah, I wasn't went on it. Yeah, I got. Yeah, appreciate. Yeah, I be sergeant major on that one. If that was a sergeant major, I don't know. He could be faking the funk. I don't know. But I'm gonna give him respect for the time being until I find out something different. Got to take a break at 7:26 in the morning, and we'll be back. Uno momento. We were talking about. Do you? If you didn't know this, the FAA's diversity program now they are purposely trying to hire people with severe disability, not physical disability, with severe mental disability. Those are the people they want to put in charge of the in the FAA with planes and trains and all that. I mean, never mind. It's almost incomprehensible to understand that why they will look for a million a person with mental disability to work in the FAA in a position of high importance. It can be manipulated, misused, abused, and let somebody on our airlines that would do us harm. Well, this is what DEI has come to. Young people, we'll be back. We get on airplane. Only if I got a parachute with it. I ain't coming, brother. We'll be back.
Montgomery is brought to you by Sons Automobile on News Radio 1440.
Melissa, how you doing? How you doing? You gonna come in and talk to us sometime?
Maybe someday.
Okay. We'll do that. Woo. All right, let's go water.
CBS News special report. The Iowa caucuses.
Donald Trump has won by a historic landslide with a projected 51% of Republicans.
Okay, we know about that. We know that. We know that. Mhm. Okay, we got a little spill over here. Hold on, we'll fix that.
There's a good chance it's just hormones. Hi, I'm Evan Bass, founder of Montgomery Men's Health, and I started this clinic to take care of men. If your testosterone is low, motivation
News 1440. More at newsradio1440.com.
Okay, so I'm stuck in the 70s when it comes to music. I mean, that's just the way it goes. The music was good. Good stuff. Go down the street in your car with all your four windows open and just blasting Teddy P. Oh, yeah. That's not like rap music. Rap music irritates you. But Teddy P, well, he was the man. Anyway, good morning to you. It's time to pick up the telephone and call and give us your opinion to time on just what anything you want to opine on. 860-1440. Here or whoever that is. Good morning. Yeah. Mm. Mm-hmm. In jail. That's right. That's right. Mm-hmm. Mm. Yeah. Yeah. Right. 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 Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's true. Mm. Oh, oh, right. Mm. Yeah, that's true. Although I do have one thing on you. In my 401k, I didn't lose anything. Yeah, I didn't lose anything. I didn't know what a 401k was for a long time. I really thought that was for rich people and people with management. I really didn't know that it was for regular people. I didn't know that. I guess. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Okay, all right. Well, let me ask you, is your 401k rebounding? Mm. Okay. Hey, what about that? 86042. Now, somebody sent me and said the policy, the policy has been in existence since 2013, right? So, no, it wasn't under the current administration. I'm sorry, I've never heard of this. These, the cited FAA text is real, but the implication that the policy is new, I guarantee you Trump did not know that policy was in existence. Where we hire people purposely who are mentally deficient, okay, and put them in the most secure places uh, in our government, where they put the most lives at risk I'm almost willing to say Trump wouldn't say that. Now, he may not have known it. And then again, who's in before Trump was? Okay, another Democrat. So yeah, it's still there. Right? It's still there. Come on, who's this? Right. The wimp. Yeah. You know, somebody said, that's what somebody said. And listen, I'm not doubting what people are saying. You know, I like the guy, and I wish he would just stay in and see to the end, but you know, he's not. He did. Yeah. Mm. But wait a minute, but there's racism going on in the Democratic Party also. They both got it. Wait a minute, who's the lieutenant governor? Who's the lieutenant governor of North Carolina? A black guy. It was a Republican. Oh, oh, okay. No. Well, you know, I don't know, but yeah. Well, I hope, yeah, I hope, yeah, I hope that he gets a job somewhere in the government. We need that kind of common sense, a conciseness, and the ability to articulate exactly what you need, and that's what we need. No, 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 no. Not a Republican. No, 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 no. Okay, the Republican. I claim to believe in the conservative philosophy, not necessarily the conservative. Okay. Mm. Listen, why don't we just have the BPP, the Black People's Party? Yeah, that's true. Where we go. 7:42 in the morning. Good morning. Who's this? Yeah, Mr. D. How you doing? Mm. Mm. Yeah, it can be done. Yeah, they don't want to do it. But no, but he's the one that won't allow. Wait a minute, he as a commander in chief, he's the one that won't allow it. Yeah, but he won't do it. Right, but he's got to want to do it, my friend. He won't do it. I'm with you, but he won't do it. Yeah. There you go. But I ain't blaming him for that. I ain't blaming him. Okay, well, what happened this week? What happened this weekend when they had to put the people, the personnel in the White House, evacuate them because people was outside the White House trying to break in? Because you didn't hear about that. I'm trying to break in the White House. Yeah, yeah, because it's politics. It's politics. Yeah, yeah. Okay, now let me ask you, when did you do that? did Trump raid the Capitol? Okay, tell me what they had to do it. So okay, I, okay, okay. So but you say Trump personally had something to do with those people. I just want to know what it did. He told him to go down and protest as a patriot and in order. So he told him. Because we got crazy people on both sides. Okay. Well, you know they say a man convinced against his will is of the same opinion. Hey, appreciate it. Gotta take a break. We'll be back. I can't change my that's what you don't think. Just show me what. Can somebody just show me what audio where it says Trump they go down there and bring it to the All right, we'll be back. Why somebody wanna be together? Loving forever.
Jackson, EasyCater has your back with 24/7 support. Order at EasyCater.com and on.
There's no better time than the new year to help protect your identity and finances. LifeLock detects potential threats to your identity that you may miss on your own. If you do become a victim, a U.S.-based LifeLock restoration specialist works to fix it. LifeLock is the New Year's resolution that's easy to keep. Save 25% off your first year. Call 1-800-LifeLock or go to LifeLock.com. Promo code SLAY to save 25%. That's LifeLock.com. Promo code SLAY.
We all make resolutions this time of year, and let's face it, most of them won't stick. But here's one that's not only easy to keep, but will help you feel healthier all year long. Navage. Navage provides quick, drug-free nasal relief by washing saline in one nostril, around the back of the nose, and out of the other nostril. This time of year, when everyone is sick, Navage helps by sucking out germs, bacteria, and viruses, causing you to feel miserable.
all year long. Ask for Navage at Walmart, Walgreens, CVS, Rite Aid, Target, or find us online at Navage.com. Navage, Navage, clean nose, healthy life.
I got smart about mortgages, smart about college.
When it comes to your money, whatever you want to get smart about, you can find it at smartaboutmoney.org, a free online resource from the nonprofit National Endowment for Financial Education. Smartaboutmoney.org, the easy place to start when you want to get smart.
Hi, I'm Queen Latifah. My mom is stronger than anyone I've ever known. Growing up when life got hard, her strength helped pull us through. Even after her heart failure diagnosis, she remained stronger than ever. My family support keeps me strong. Together, we're
You cannot put people down for wanting to save money.
Doesn't have to steal your strength.
That was not the
Simple steps
issue.
you can take to help prevent, improve, or manage heart failure. Go to riseabovehf.org.
News
So
Radio
we're not going back
1440
there.
is everywhere you are. On the radio, online at newsradio1440.com, and on our app. You can also listen on your
Let me be the...
News Radio.
Okay, let me play you guys something here that evidently, some of you folks just don't know what Trump told people. So here is Mr. Trump, former president of the United States, Mr. Trump, telling people exactly what he said. And you guys keep saying, he did this. Okay, this is what he said. Anyway, he said peacefully and patriotically, he said, I know some of you are going down to the Capitol to protest. He said, do it. He said, do it. Turn it up. Okay, no, stop that. He said, but do it peacefully and patriotically. Okay. So that other propaganda y'all putting out is wrong, as usual. Good morning. Mm. Yeah, sure. Sure. You didn't see a lot of people down there. You couldn't see them. I ain't trying to feel anyway. Some things don't need defending. Okay, and what does that mean? What does that mean? He's gonna eat you down. What's that mean? Okay, and every president does that. I mean, okay, well, what you bringing up for then? Because when Obama, wait a minute, when Obama them said they bring a knife, wait a minute, Obama them said y'all bring a knife, we'll bring a gun. I mean, so, what's the difference? Oh, okay, exactly. Okay. Okay. Yeah. So what? Listen. Wait a minute. You ain't wait a minute. You ain't ever grabbed a handful of it? Wait a minute. Wait a minute. Answer my question. Wait. Just answer my question. Have you ever grabbed a handful of it? Well, I didn't see him. I didn't see him do that either. Okay. Well, whatever. Women do gravitate toward rich men. They do. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, yeah. Me too. Me too. I'm just saying. Want to put me down? Yeah. Went to the front. Okay. Yeah. I heard you. Well, I didn't. Yeah, I didn't. I didn't. Yeah, I didn't have. Yeah, I didn't have that kind of confidence. Hey, appreciate it. Let me take one at a time. Good morning. Who's this? Yes. Hmm. I tell you, I'm trying to tell you. Yeah. Yeah. Mhm. Yeah. 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 You can. Yeah. Yeah. Hmm. I heard that the other day. I heard that the other day. Well, I guess we just wait. I guess we just trying to catch up. Probably so. We don't know. We don't know if that was him. We don't know who that was. That could have been some drunk on the freeway. No, we got. When I see him up in the studio, or because we don't know who that was. We don't know who it was. Okay, well, explain to me. Let him prove who he was, and we'll talk to him. I don't know who the hell that was. That could have been guy down the street. Good morning. Who's this? Good morning. Okay, and when Obama said they bring a knife, we bring a gun. Oh, I don't know. I think Obama had a slid right in there because of the time it was. I don't know. It was never. It was never. It was never in contention. They all hated the guy. They all hated the guy. Yeah, but they did. But I don't care because they knew it was a kangaroo court, and they were going to be found guilty. No, it was a kangaroo court. Well, I agree with that too. Well, that's yeah, yeah. Sure they do. Sure they do. So what we gonna do about it? What we gonna do about it? Okay. So what we gonna do about the kangaroo court? Okay. Okay. Well, show me what they've been charged with as what happened, and then we can talk about it. He hasn't been charged with anything. Okay. Well, first of all, charge him with something first. Anyway, I gotta go. Bye.
1440.
Good morning, I'm Jasmine Williams at WSFA 12 News. Here's what's happening this Tuesday. Today is another first alert weather day with snow falling in parts of our state and icy conditions in central Alabama. The governor has declared a state of emergency for 25 counties in northern Alabama, urging people to stay off the roadways if you can. And because of the cold conditions, several schools in our area will be closed and other schools will be virtual. Those include Montgomery, Dallas, Butler, and Watauga County schools. Some of the school systems and schools yesterday.
Deborah Rodriguez. Donald Trump sewn up the Iowa caucus with a landslide win. The Republican candidates are moving on to New Hampshire, which holds the nation's first primary of the season a week from today. Nikki Haley, now in third place behind Ron DeSantis, tells CBS Mornings.
They don't want a couple of 80-year-olds to be their choices. They want to see a new generational leader who's going to have new solutions, no vengeance, no drama. There's someone who's going to go in there, fight for them, and get them results.
After finishing fourth last night, Vivek Ramaswamy dropped out and endorsed Mr. Trump. In the last seven Republican primaries, without an incumbent, New Hampshire picked to be eventual nominee. The front runner could be things a little different there. Correspondent Hayden Newberg. CBS News polling shows that while 48% of wealthy Republican voters in Iowa align themselves with Trump's MAGA mantra, only 33% in New Hampshire do.
I'm thrilled to be back in your beautiful state.
The former president leads the polls in New Hampshire. The bitter cold that affected voter turnout in Iowa is at least a dozen deaths from Oregon to Tennessee, and it's not letting up. CBS meteorologist David Martin.
We will be breaking records as far south as Alabama. In fact, in a place like Muscle Shoals, which is in northern Alabama, you're actually going to get down to a low of 3 degrees today.
It's dropped below minus 30 in parts of the nation's midsection, again, snow in the northeast. The U.S. Navy has seized a batch of weapons meant for rebels in the Middle East. Pentagon correspondent David Martin.
In an operation which left 2 Navy SEALs missing in rough seas, the U.S. Navy intercepted a cargo of Iranian for the Houthis in Yemen. The U.S. Central Command says it is the first feature of advanced Iranian weapons bound for Yemen since the Houthis began their attacks on commercial shipping.
Ukrainian President Volodymyr Zelensky took his plea for more war funding to the World Economic Forum in Davos, Switzerland.
If anyone thinks this is only about us, this is only about Ukraine, they are fundamentally mistaken.
He met with Secretary of State Blinken, who promised more U.S. aid. Multiple reports say an NFL star is ready to retire. Eagle center Jason Kelsey has talked about it before.
Whenever you're older in your career, you never know when that's going to be. And you step off the curb one day and that could be the end of your career.
Those reports say the 36-year-old told his teammates he's retiring after last night's 32-9 playoff loss to the Bucs. Dow futures off 84. This is CBS News.
Sponsored by Progressive Insurance. Looking for a career path with flexibility, great pay, and benefits? Go to progressive.com/careers and apply online today.
My brother-in-law died suddenly, and now my sister and her kids have to sell their home. That's why I told my husband we could not put off getting life insurance any longer. An agent offered us a 10-year, $500,000 policy for nearly $50 a month. Then we called SelectQuote. SelectQuote found us identical coverage for only $19 a month, a savings of $369 a year.
Whether you need a $500,000 policy or a $5 million policy, SelectQuote could save you more than 50% on term life insurance. For your free quote, call SelectQuote at 1-800-330-1991. That's 1-800-330-1991. Or go to SelectQuote.com. That's 1-800-330-1991. SelectQuote. We shop, you save. Full details on example policies at SelectQuote.com/commercials.
A famous butterfat brand has come out against the war in Gaza. The board of Ben & Jerry's ice cream has called for a permanent ceasefire in Gaza, telling the Financial Times here, quote, peace is a core value of Ben & Jerry's. The company had earlier faced calls for a consumer boycott over an unsuccessful attempt to stop selling its ice cream in Palestinian territories under Israeli occupation. No comment yet from parent company Unilever. Vicky Barker, CBS News, London. Uber is dumping its alcohol app. 3 years after it acquired the delivery app for $1.1 billion, sales at Drizzly are on the decline. Uber says it'll focus on consolidating food and alcohol offerings on a single app. The company will also sunset its grocery delivery app called Corner Shop. It says sales started to decline when the pandemic wound down. Deborah Rodriguez, CBS News.
paid for by Christian Care Ministry.
You know, it's true. Difficult times have a way of focusing us. We have to think about what matters most when it comes to our spending, our health care. This is why so many people are joining Medishare right now. Medishare is a trusted way to save up to 50% on your monthly healthcare costs. More than 400,000 people have already made the switch, especially now during this challenging season with healthcare costs and out-of-pocket expenses going up. Medishare can save you a lot of money. The typical family saves $500 a month. Medishare works too. It's been around for 30 years. Members have shared more than $5 billion of each other's bills. There are different options to choose from to fit your budget. I'll give you the number here in a second, and if you call, you can get a price within 2 minutes. Maybe now, the perfect time to make the switch and start saving. Here you go. Call 855-51-BIBLE. That's 855-51-BIBLE. 855-51-BIBLE.
Oh man, I have another hangnail. You shouldn't pick at your toes. Daddy says you might cause ingrown toenails. Speaking of Daddy, it's time to remind people how important it is to see a podiatrist. Yeah, Shannon, our dad, Dr. Brian Kelly, treats things like tendonitis and bunions. If a person is diabetic, it's important to have a foot exam by a podiatrist. Call today for an appointment at 265-7585. Happy feet start here.
No representation is made as to the quality of podiatric services to be performed or as to the expertise of podiatrists performing such services.
An ounce of prevention is worth a pound of cure. Hi, I'm Dr. Brian Kelly, and as a podiatrist, it is my job to identify small problems in your feet and help prevent them from becoming big problems. New government regulations allow for an annual diabetic foot exam to cut down on the number of amputations and control the cost of health care. So call me, Dr. Brian Kelly, at 265-7585. That's 265-7585. Locations in Montgomery and Greenville. Follow us on Facebook at Greenville Foot Care. Happy feet start here.
No representation is made as to the quality of podiatric services to be performed or as to the expertise of podiatrists performing such services.
It seems like everywhere you look right now, someone is sick. This year, prepare your family for ear. Yes, germs with Navage facial care. Navage the refreshing saline in one nostril, around the back of the nose, and out of the other nostril. Navage sucked out virus. Another area. Better. So Navage. CDS and writing. Navage. N-A-V-A-G-E. Clean nose. Healthy life.
You don't have to miss a second of your favorite talk show at home or at work. Listen on your smart speaker, on your Alexa or Google smart home device. News Radio 1440.
And we are back. Soon as I can find my headphones here. Okay, let's. I was trying to find that piece where the audio was a little bit better than what I could get, so I had to download it and up the grain of it and all that stuff. And tomorrow, I'll let you guys hear it. Anyway, good morning, 860-1440. Other things happened over the weekend. Martin Luther King birthday celebration was yesterday, the parade and everything. Good job. Anything else going on? And I was, before if this day got started with me telling you about the FAA purposely looking for people that are mentally ill and disabled to work for them. Now, physically disabled, I don't have a problem with that because anything can happen to all of us at any time. But to be mentally disabled and then want to work in the FAA, the Federal Aviation Administration, where people's lives are at stake on airplanes and things of that nature, I'm kind of that one kind of. Now I've been told that this has been out since 2013. I don't know if that's the case, and that's who's president in that year. Well, we know that's so it's all still the same. It's all still the same party and all the same kind of mentality. So we are going to take DEI to the extreme. We're going to put people in the FAA who can be manipulated. Just all kinds of things can go on, and all in the name of diversity inclusion. We'll all be included in the river by the time they get done with us. What a crazy thing! The FAA diversity push includes focus on hiring people with severe, not just intellectually a little slow, but severe intellectual difficulty. He says people with severe disabilities are the most underrepresented segment in the federal workforce. So now you're going to put them in a position where people can die. Okay, where people can die. Okay, on an airplane, we're going to put severe. See, I like that word severe. See, that doesn't mean that Johnny's is a little bit slow, but he'd be a good mail guy. You know, go down and get the mail. He can get the boxes, bring them upstairs, and pass out the mail. We good. But is Johnny gonna be in the tower? You know, I don't know. The tower, is he gonna be one of those people? Is he gonna work for the TSA? Is he gonna? I mean, what is Johnny gonna do? That's my problem there. And if he gets a badge, any kind of badge, you know, will they make it where the badge can't come off? Or else some person that would do us harm would get one of his FAA badges inside a secure presentation, something like a secure place like that. Can they do us harm? This has got to be one of the most dumbest things I've ever seen. And no, it's up there with some other dumb things too, like making sure that the rats and roaches are considered an endangered species. So I've seen that too, especially in California. You know, they took a man's farm because he had an elephant roach, or as he called it, an elephant mouse or something on his land, and they would not let him water his own land. Okay, because of this rodent. They wanted to keep him. They wanted to keep the rodent alive. Okay then, but this has got to be second. This has got to be second. The Federal Aviation Administration is actively recruiting workers who suffer severe intellectual disability. I can understand some intellectual disability. That's fine. Disability, psychiatric problem, and other mental and physical conditions under a diversity and inclusion hiring initiative. I mean, really? Do you want to get on an airplane? Do you want? We put people in charge now, and they want to put not just people a little bit slow. Okay, not just a little bit slow, but severely slow. Is that the kind of people you want working around your aircraft? Working around whether or not you get into one? How do we know that he hasn't told secrets? How do you know that he hasn't been accosted by would-be terrorists who want to do us harm? How do we know this? I mean, how do we know that he hasn't loaned a badge to somebody else and they'd have made themselves a badge? I mean, severe intellectual stuff. I mean, when I found this out yesterday, and like most of you guys don't know that the White House came under attack over the weekend. Y'all didn't know that, did you? No, you didn't know that. It did. They had to move essential personnel out of the White House. Okay, but y'all still talking about Trump and January 6th, and they have riots up there now. But you don't hear that on the news. Woo! I'll tell you. Good morning. Who's this? Yes. Common sense, not using common sense is. Well, one would think it is. If you know you're going to jail, you got something wrong with you. Okay, did you hear? Wait a minute. Did you hear the word? It says severe disability. Okay. 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 So you don't mind getting on an airplane knowing that there are severe people with mental disabilities that are involved? I think we all know. We know. It's kind of like pornography. We may not can explain it, but we know when we see it. So you think I need wait a minute. So you think I need a degree to tell whether or not somebody's off? Okay. Because that's a skill. I can tell what, but I can. No, 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 no. I'm sorry. If you walk around at 42 years old sucking your thumb, tell me where's my bottle? Yeah, that pretty much tells me that you're a little slow. Yeah, yeah. I don't need the degree for that one. Yeah, I mean, if you still wearing diapers and somebody got to change you at 30, unless you have a disability, yeah, something wrong with you. Yeah, and cognitively, okay, and that's fine. But well, I mean, we know about those things because there was a lady who wore a diaper for 6 hours trying to get down to where her husband was because had another woman with him. I mean, she didn't want to stop. Hell yeah, there was something wrong with her at that time. Now something it is. How about wait a minute? How about this one? Dwarfism. So we're gonna put a guy that's 3 foot 2. Where are we gonna use him at? What job can he do? I won't be getting on his plane. Oh, okay, okay. There are some physical attributes that are necessary to do jobs, and 3 foot 2 pilot is not one of them. You got to touch the pedals down there, and they can't fly an airplane. Okay. Yeah, right, but that's a prosthesis, which means that they fit personally to that person, and I understand that. But yeah, I hear you, brother. Again, I'm just asking the question. I'm just asking the question. Now, if you don't mind getting on a plane with a pilot that's 3 foot 2, have at it. I'm not. Well, no, because I could do the job. That's right, but I couldn't do the job as a paratrooper at 3 foot 4. Wouldn't happen. Hell, the parachute be bigger than me. Now I can't do it. Now right, they just stuck it to it, brother. Hey, appreciate it. It is 8:17 in the morning. Good morning. Who's this? Morning. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Mm. Mm. Mm-hmm. Mm. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Mm-hmm. That's yeah. Mm-hmm. All right, I appreciate it. And again, my only problem when they say severe, I think people, just because they're disabled does not disqualify them for doing the job. But obviously, there are certain physical attributes that are needed to do some jobs. Okay, I think being a policeman, you ought to be at least 6 feet, 6 feet tall. To handle guys who are 6 feet tall or shorter. Uh, so I don't know what the average height in America is right now. I think it's probably around 6 feet. I think we need taller people. I think short women in a man's prison is looking for trouble, even though some of them can handle you. But at the end of the day, a woman traditionally, anatomically, is weaker physically than men. It is what it is. We keep trying to say nature doesn't matter, but it does. Okay. But to tell me you're looking for a guy that is severe intellectually disabled to work in the FAA, the Federal Aviation Administration, and put us all in trouble. I mean, do we understand the word severely? Maybe that's the word about this. You guys just severely. And this is Pete Buttigieg's Department of Transportation, okay, and which is a government agency charged with regulating civil aviation and employs about 45,000 people. So I listen. Okay, I'm so glad I wasn't in South Bend when he was mayor. Me and him would have had some go arounds. But anyway, so much for the DEI hiring. The FAA added it would increase its oversight of Boeing in the wake of the incidents lately when the Boeing 737 MAX 9, evidently some doors fell off as the jetliner was traversing the skies, getting ready to traverse the skies. Anyway, so that's another. I just thought that's an interesting way to look for employees. you know. Also, the man who shot the 86-year-old man who was one of the people that was involved in the Whitehurst case back in the day, in 1975. He's been jail held without bond. Montgomery police announced that Anthony Talley, 45, of Montgomery, had been taken into custody Saturday on connection with the shooting death of William Strain, who was 86 years old, according to Captain Raymond D. Carson, spokesman for the Montgomery Police Department. All right then. Does this make anybody comfortable flying? Really? To purposely go out and find people who are critically, physically, and psychiatrically disabled? Woo, won't be a minute before I get on the airplane. Anyway, so much for that. So much for this. Let me see what else is going on. Okay. Okay. Already talked about that. Already talked. Oh, I got to take a. Okay. Never mind. We'll take a break and we'll come back to talk about some other things after this. Again, I'm not against disabled people being hired for jobs, but you putting your head in the sand and you turn another way when you see a graveyard, acting like the graveyard's not there. It's there. There are certain physical attributes that people. But put it this way, then why don't we let 3'2" people be firemen? Really, why don't we let that? Really, why don't we just let them be firemen? You know why you can't let them be firemen? Because they are physically incapable of doing what's necessary to do the job. Not that they don't want to do it. They're physically incapable of doing the job. To pull a 200-something pound man on their back, okay, at 3'2". Okay, it ain't gonna happen. Okay, so there are some physical attributes are necessary in order to do some jobs, and I think in order to work for the FAA, for you to really think that we need to purposely hire people who are psychiatrically got issues is putting us in a position. Now I know Pete Buttigieg got a couple. We're not even gonna go there, but we know he got some issues. Yeah, not a problem. I can't believe he was the mayor of my hometown. It's hard to believe that. But anyway, he was. So got to take a break, and we'll be back.
to you by Sons Automotive, family owned, family driven, on News Radio 1440.
By Jackson Hewitt Tax Services, home of the money today guarantee. Can't wait weeks for your tax refund? Then don't. At Jackson Hewitt, get money today if you're approved for a no-fee refund advance loan on a prepaid card. Move today at jacksonhewitt.com. No-fee refund advance offer to eligible clients. Obligation required. Loan by Republic Bank. Details at jacksonhewitt.com.
Good morning, Montgomery. We've got accidents on 65 up north around Pine Level. In fact, there's ice reported between Montgomery and Prattville all the way up through Clinton. So you want to avoid all of that area. Highway 14 in McCain Road in Elmore County, we've got an accident there. Highway 31, that's South Memorial Drive at Sheila Boulevard, we've got a minor accident there in traffic, so please keep caution. Also some ice south of town around Lita Hatchet. Keep your eyes open if you're heading in that direction. The Festival Plaza has it all. Visit the comic shop, Montgomery Cardiovascular Health and Fitness Center, and more. Festival Plaza, Taylor and Bone. At Collier's Vantage Development. Buckle up, it's the law. For Montgomery Skywatch Traffic, this is
Waking up on the right side. This is the Sean Hannity Morning Minute.
They don't have a track record that they can run on and say, vote for us because our policies are working 4 more years, and actually mean it. I mean, David Axelrod has been pounding the crap out of Joe Biden, as has James Carville, as has Van Jones, Maureen Dowd. I mean, these are pretty powerful voices within the Democratic apparatchik, if you will, and usually what they say, a lot of people pay attention to. But then you look at other demographics that we have. He has a 28% approval among independents. I mean, if this poll holds, he will not be reelected. There's no candidate with these numbers that can be reelected.
From coast to coast, from sea to shining sea, it's the Sean Hannity Show.
We all hear the radio ads about the IRS. They tell you to be afraid, to be scared, and they try to frighten you into calling. I'm not here to do that. Tax Relief Advocates is different. TRA is here to tell you that if you owe money to the IRS, whether it's $5,000, $50,000, or $500,000, it's not 800-575-9862. So TRA can alert IRS. Nothing. On Google and wants with a better business bureau. You don't need to be afraid. IRS any longer and your tax.
And motivation, energy, and drive often follow too. And keeping resolutions can feel like walking through mud. Even more so as we age, these things tend to get worse if untreated. Guys, you're not alone. Your urologist life support team at Montgomery Men's Health has your back. For years, we've effectively treated easy and low T comprehensively with proven treatments dialed in just for you. With same-day booking, you can meet our passionate team, and by this afternoon, you'll leave with right now. Montgomery
Do you find yourself stuck in the timeshare? Get the real facts about the timeshare industry and your options for cancellation. Jesse, founder of Wesley Financial Group, has put together a free information guide that reveals the secrets the timeshare industry doesn't want you to know, including the 5 ways to get rid of timeshare. Call now and get this timeshare cancellation guide absolutely free.
Call 800-909-4747, 800-909-4747, 800-909-4747. Paid for by Wesley Financial Group.
Are you the parent of a 2 to 7-year-old? Listen closely for an exciting free radio offer. By now, you've probably heard of ABC Mouse, the Parents' Choice Award-winning online learning program that's actually changing the lives of early learners everywhere. ABC Mouse is like a little one-on-one teacher. It has helped her so much. Right now, we're offering a special radio promo to try it free for a month, but you have to go to abcmouse.com/radio to claim your free month. That's abcmouse.com/radio. Sponsored by
Telling it like it really is.
That's the fact check.
It's the Dan Bongino Show, weekdays from 11 to 2 on News Radio 1440.
righty then. Okay then, 860-1440 is the number here. You can text me 241-9998 if you want to, if you have something to opine or you have a legitimate opine. Yeah, please give us a call. If you totally disagree with me, that's okay. Just as long as you can articulate that disagreement with some logic and reason attached to it, then I'll listen to you. 860-1440 again is the number, 860-1440. Good morning, you're on there. I don't need no help, but yeah, okay. Yeah. No, 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 no. That's in their mind. That's not what they are. Yeah, 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 yeah. Well, I got nothing. Wait a minute, wait a minute. I got nothing to do with his perception, but the no, no, no. Sign, sign. Wait a minute. We don't mind people being. You cannot be 3'2" and be a fireman. You know why? Because you're not tall enough. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Yeah. Okay. That's called severely mental disease. Yeah. And again, wait a minute. As if you think you are something that doesn't harm me or doesn't get in my, I don't care. But if you tell me, okay, and again, if you have the training to do it, that's what. Or they make special equipment for you to do it, then that's a whole different thing. But again, yeah, yeah, okay, yeah, I get, yeah, I hear, I hear, I hear. But little 3'2" guy is not gonna carry a 300-pound woman, so he won't be making it on the fire department. And now he can sue for discrimination. All I gotta do see if he can do the job. But if you can do the job, I ain't mad at you. Good morning. Who's this? I hear. I hear. I hear. Now it comes to stupid season. But anyway, again, all I'm saying is that we should make all these special allowances for people that we know cannot do the job. A 3'2" person cannot be a paratrooper. Not because he doesn't have the desire, not because he doesn't have the will or the enthusiasm or the ambition, because he just does not have the physical prowess in order to do so. Not his fault, not my fault, you know, because and he probably can't be a fireman because you got to be able to carry big people on your back and go up that dog. At least I think go up that ladder and all that kind of stuff. You know why I'm not a fire person? Huh? Well, first of all, I didn't want to be, but you know, but if I thought about it, I might could have done it. I don't know. I did want to be a policeman though, but I changed my mind. I couldn't. My whole life changed when I wanted to be with the Rangers, and I wanted to wear that beret. I wanted to be a set of them jump wings. I didn't want to do it, and they said the only job we got available for you is being a cook. I said, really? I said, okay, but I was willing to sacrifice my goal to get to my destination. And Lord knows I didn't know once I got there. I have idiots like that call me last week. Well, you were just a cook. Okay, and that's one of the reasons why I didn't want to do the job. But I did. I had some good fun. I had some fun times doing it. Sometimes, wasn't very many, but it was sometimes. Let me see here now. Who is this? Good morning. Yes. All right. Well, tell me why I'm hypocritical here. Yeah. But who? Where did I say? and who was offering me? Who's them? I don't know. I love them. Listen, I went over and got me at Pearson Country Kitchen over. I'm trying to get them to advertise because that's some good stuff. Yeah, I did. Now I don't know about who them is, but I went to theirs. I went to oh that oh no yeah them yeah I don't know what his I don't know what they pronoun is. Yeah, I don't know, but now he'd be all right. Yeah, he'd be all right. He, shim, whatever you want to call himself. Uh, all right. Hey, appreciate it. Let me see who this is. 8:35 in the morning. Good morning. Who's this? Okay then. All righty then. Okay. And moving on to other things. I'm so glad it's Tuesday. I was glad to come back to work because I was getting bored. All right. So what do I have to do in the morning? So okay, let me see who else is this right there. I am tired of it eating grits for breakfast. So, I got to find something else to eat. I love them salmon croquet things though over there at the over there at the um, wherever it was I got it. Oh, Pierce's Country Kitchen. I love those things. Taste good. Anyway, I'll have Trump's thing tomorrow where you can actually hear what he actually said, so we can put to rest all the crap that you people think that what the man said he didn't say. Okay, I'm just. I mean, but listen, here's what I figured it out already. You either like the guy or you don't like the guy. That's cool, and nobody's gonna change your mind one way or the other. I'm good. Okay. We had 5 people killed this year. A lot of schools got closed today. I don't know why. Actually, Talville County, I was down in the city school, Butler County School, Chilton County School. All these schools are closing, but it did. I guess it may get a little cooler tonight or something like that. But and if you are in Montgomery, you can't access. I don't think you can access. So this thing about virtual learning, but you can only access that if you got the schools if you have the schools, whatever that thing is, that's Chromebook. If you don't have the Chromebook, how you gonna get in there? But anyway, St. James Schools is delayed until 9:30 this morning. Selma City Schools virtual learn. I don't know exactly what that means. Talent Education, and Christian Academy. I don't know where that is. Tallapoosa County Schools closed today. Tallahassee, excuse me, closed today. So who else is closed today? Anybody else? Okay, that's about it. Okay, closed today. New Life Christian in Millbrook, Montgomery County Public Schools virtual learning. Montgomery County, Lowndes County Schools closed today. Lowndes Academy closed today. Didn't turn out the way they said it was going to be, but I understand. It's better. An ounce of prevention is better than a pound of cure. Chilton County School closed today. Conecuh, is that where the Conecuh sausage come from? They closed today. Butler County, Targa County Schools, virtual learning, Alexander City Schools closed today also. So I guess that's where it is. And again, they just want to be comfortable because we sure hate to get a lot of people on the road and streets are slick. Because some of you folks down here are not used to driving with ice and stuff like that. Okay, I'm just saying. Oh, and again, the White House was almost overrun over the weekend. I think they was trying to be insurrectionists. White House siege, and let's see who's gonna get charged out of this. Okay, let's see if they're gonna charge anybody out of this one. And like they went after all the folks who were ticked off. And wait, is this it right here? Oh, let me see. Let me see. I'll take you to the front lines of the place now and see what they're doing. Okay, I want you to hear this now. This is what happened over the weekend at the White House. Now you're not going to hear much about this because that they don't want to offend your sensitivities. Okay, they don't. Here we are. Okay, let me see. Make sure get this right now. Now these are people at the White House this weekend. They're pushing all on the fences trying to break in. They got green, white, and black flags up there. I mean, they are pushing the fences open. I see about 25 Secret Service there at the moment. Yeah, okay. Yeah. I flew up there and came back so you guys would know. Yeah. Okay. They're trying to knock the fence down at the White House. They had to evacuate all the people in there. Yeah. Yeah. Hundreds of them out there trying to break the White House down. Okay then. I'm just saying. Okay. I got you. So at least now you have the atmosphere at the White House this weekend that you didn't hear anything about it. It was hundreds of people out there trying to break into the White House. Okay, we ain't talking about Congress. We're not talking about the Capitol. We're talking about in the White House. Okay, but you don't hear nothing about that one. No, you don't hear nothing about that. Okay, I'm just saying. I went up, had to go up there and see it for myself. I had to get back here quick. I had to drive up there, bam, turn around, come on back. 860-1440, 841 in the morning. Let's take my last break an hour. We'll come back, see all the things I do for y'all just to bring you guys the news, the truth, hot news and burning issue. Now, somebody's going to pay for my gas. I'll be back.
USFA First Alert Weather Forecast on News Radio 1440.
Sponsored by Bet Online.
With the excitement of the pro football playoffs and the basketball season in full swing, BetOnline has you covered with all the up-to-the-second odds, news, and scores. You can access the world's best wagering information anytime. Head to BetOnline today to stay updated on all the action. BetOnline, where the game starts.
A cold rain is what most people are starting their Tuesday morning off with, but there are several towns, especially north and west of Montgomery, experiencing freezing rain. Temperatures will be slow to rise. Most of you will probably only make it into the mid 30s at your mildest point. We drop down into the teens as we dry out tonight. See highs on either side of 40 tomorrow and back down to the 20s by Wednesday night. And that's your First Alert forecast. I'm WSFA meteorologist Amanda Curran on News Radio 1440.
Montgomery Skywatch traffic brought to you by Sons Automotive, family owned, family driven on News Radio 1440.
Good morning, Montgomery. We've got an accident on 85 northbound just past Forest Avenue against the left barrier, so watch for that. Also, a couple of accidents between here and Clanton on 65 northbound. A lot of ice between here and there, so be careful there. And an accident on Highway 14 at McCain Road in Elmore County. Use caution. We've got a lane blocked for traffic there. The Front Porch Grill is all about good foods, friends, and family. Slow life down just a little. Enjoy a great meal. Front Porch Grill next to Food Outlet on Highway 14 in Milgram. Buckle up, it's the law. For Montgomery Skywatch traffic, this is Major Delay.
Is your car or truck making a strange sound? Stop by Chico's Auto Pros on Atlanta Highway in Montgomery and let the car doctors at Chico's Auto Pros have a look under the hood. Chico's Auto Pros.
Hey folks, this is Cozy.
And Jody inviting you to shop with us during our free inventory clearance sale.
With 40 to 75% off store-wide.
Wolf Brothers reclining sofa, $12.99.
6-foot solid wood table with 6 shoes is $15.73.
Solid wood king size bedroom set is $28.99.
With 40 to 75% off store-wide plus interest-free financing.
We would rather sell it than count.
I've been there for almost 30 years.
You don't have fake money, you don't sell fake wood.
Shop Amish Direct out of Open Board.
What is Amish Direct?
Furniture built to last.
Woo!
We set up partnerships with Amish shops in Indiana, Ohio, and Pennsylvania.
By having these partnerships directly with these Amish families, we can offer custom-made items, heirloom quality, up to 70% off retail prices.
Outdoor furniture that's guaranteed to last for decades with little or no maintenance.
Bedroom suites, table chairs, table tables, and much more.
Come see the late partner.
I love you.
Jodies, the unthinkable continues. Most Americans know something very wrong is happening. People in charge keep telling you that everything's fine. Stop noticing. But you know better. That's why self-reliant folks are investing in emergency food storage. You should too. My Patriot Supply, the nation's largest emergency preparedness company. are the ones you can trust. Go to mypatriotsupply.com and secure their best-selling 3-month emergency food kits. Each contains tasty breakfasts, lunches, and dinners averaging over 2,000 calories per day. Save $200 on each 3-month food kit you purchase. My Patriot Supply also sells solar generators, gravity-powered water filters, off-grid room heaters for when the power goes out, heirloom seeds, and survival gear. Order by 3 p.m. and your items ship that same day and arrive quickly on your doorstep in unmarked boxes. Go to mypatriotsupply.com today. Time is running out to prepare for what's coming. mypatriotsupply.com.
Hey, y'all, Lewis, it's the Capital Oyster Bar over here on that beautiful Alabama River where we cook up fresh seafood for you. And don't forget, we got that pot of gumbo going for you to warm you up on these cold days. That's right, that's some good eating. Got all kind of good eating. You can check it all out at capitaloysterbar.com or go to our Facebook page. You see a menu, also a map how to get here. Also about the RV park right next door to us. Also about the great live music we got coming up here in the spring. So check it out. We'll see you soon. Come hungry. We got something good for you to eat. We'll keep you warm with that gumbo.
You see miracles all the time at our children's hospital, but miracles never come easy. That's why, as great as children's hospitals are, they need our support to keep miracles happening. Put your money where the miracles are. Support your Children's Miracle Network Hospital.
With just a couple of clicks on Amazon, your items come to your door in a day or two. With just a simple phrase to your Alexa smart speaker, your favorite talk shows come to your speaker in seconds. Alexa, play News Radio 1440.
Okay, now I just got a text. To be fair, says Kevin, just like the commander-in-chief and leader of the free world could do the job with severe mental and physical disabilities, so can an FAA worker. Opine that. Okay, I'm going to opine that. I just need to know, tell me what president in history of a presidency of the United States last 200 and something years had a mental disability. I know we had a couple. One couple died in office. I know Roosevelt caught polio. I think it was polio. So I know physical thing don't bother me that much. But tell me a president of the United States. I know some of y'all don't. Except the one that's in there now. Show me one. Tell me a president of the United States who mentally and his cognitive skills had eroded to the point of almost non-comprehension. I mean, is there a president ever did that? I don't think so, because I wouldn't want him there either. And if his name happens to be Trump and he losing it, he don't need to be in the White House either. Physical, I don't have no problem with. We get people because their brain power anyway. So can somebody tell me a president that I knew somebody was going to say Trump? I'm sorry, I ain't buying it. I'm not buying it. But anyway, I know why the Democrats are somewhat upset now. Evidently, Trump got out of his car last week, and the brothers wanted to take a picture with him. So I said, okay, all right, that's good. I mean, so that's interesting. Anyway, he sat on the corner with him and took pictures with him and all that kind of stuff. So maybe the Democrats do have something to worry about, because black folks have been voting Democrat their whole life, and they really haven't got anything much to show for it except giving somebody else a job. 8:49 in the morning. But I would like somebody who's a Democrat to call me up 860-1440 and tell me without all the political minutia why they vote Democratic, and concisely tell me what belonging to that party, how that party has helped them personally. And the Republicans too. Don't get me wrong. I'm not either one of them. But the big difference is that the Republicans don't promise you nothing. That's cool. But they don't promise you they're going to feature wound to the tomb. So the Democrats be promising all kinds of things. All kinds of things. Another program, and another program. And then when the money runs out for the program, you just up the creek. I'm just saying. So I mean, somebody needs to tell me why it is that what has belonging to the to the Democratic Party, okay, done for you personal, not as a collective, but personally, how have you benefited? Okay, the numbers are 860-1440. I'll wait, and if it makes sense, I'll agree with you. I mean, but I don't know. Has it really done? Has it really done any good? Yeah, we are now the smallest minority people in America right now because we left the fences open, and we let all the Latinos right now got more people in America than black folks. So we no longer even have the ability to determine elections because they're going to let illegal people vote also, which means that at that point we're going to be totally without any influence whatsoever. I like to hear somebody. Good morning. Who's this? Yeah, but Ronald Reagan got it on his way out, and he stepped, and he stepped back. I mean, he was almost done. He was almost, yeah, yeah. Well, let's hope not. Yeah, let's hope not. I'm not saying people don't get sick and all, they do. But uh, to put a man in office is already declining. That's a new one on me. Good morning. Yes, ma'am, Miss Daisy. Mm-hmm. Nobody but me and you. I don't know. He didn't go to school today, so I guess he's at home. Now they thought the big storm was coming, but I think the big storm is coming tonight. The coldness is coming tonight, actually. Mm. Oh, okay. Yeah, it's getting colder since it was since 5 o'clock this morning. It's got a little chillier. Yeah. Mm. Okay. No, 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 not today. I got Donald tomorrow though for a while. So yeah. No, no, not yet. Because his time is next month. I believe he's coming on. That's right. Uh-huh. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Okay. Thank you, man. Appreciate it. It is 8:53 in the morning. Good morning. Who's this? Yes. Yes. Don't have a clue. The question is, does it put you in a better place or not financially? Well, that is I guess they offered more programs. Listen, I can't listen. I don't know. Not wait a minute. But let me tell you the program which yeah, yeah, right. But I will say one thing. I think yeah, I do think the Democrats though when he came in office, first thing he did was up the food stamp program. So maybe that's the program. I don't know. Okay. Well, listen, when Donald Trump sent me that check, I took it too. I ain't stupid. But 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 it's different when they're sending you your own money back rather than sending you ain't, but we got people that ain't worked for years getting checks back. So to send me some, everybody who work a job had paid into that system. Mm-hmm. Well, you may be right. Hey, President, matter of fact, somebody told me that the average height in America, I didn't know, is 5'8" for a man and 5'4" for a woman. Again, there's certain jobs you can't do unless you can be a certain height. Okay, I'm just saying 5'8", that's pretty good. Good morning. Yes, personally, right. Uh, well, I don't. Well, personally, I don't know how you. Well, rephrase the question because I don't understand. Right? Oh, yeah, yeah. Okay, makes sense. Makes sense. Good morning. Who's this? Pretty good. Pretty good. Hmm. You still there? Oh, guess not. Okay. One more. Good morning on there. All righty then. All right then. Let me see. Okay. But anyway, I mean, listen. People have a right to vote for whom they choose to vote for, and that's fine. I just want to articulate why. You see, I don't expect anything from the Republicans or the Democrats, so I'll vote either or depending on who's on the ballot and somebody that's on the ballot that makes sense. I'm kind of sad that Wami, whatever his name is, got out because I like that guy. You know, him and DeSantis and Trump. Now I could vote for either or of those guys under the Republican thing, but under the Democratic thing, they ain't putting that. But that guy who's running as a independent, I like him. The Kennedy guy, kind of like him too. He used a little common sense. Good morning, you on there? What? What? Okay, I appreciate that. Anyway, my time is up here. I don't know if he's going to necessarily be back in office, but again, anybody who thinks whoever gets in office changes your life, that's not necessarily true. They can screw you over, but they won't necessarily change your life because you vote for one or the other. I don't believe so. Anyway, my time is up. So we'll see you tomorrow. The good Lord says the same. Okay, just remember that. Just remember that FAA thing. You look it up. Yeah. Severely psychologically, psychologically, people who have psychological, severe psychological. Well, you know what I'm saying. We'll be back. Severe psychological issues.
Good morning, I'm Jazz Williams with WSFA 12 News. Here's what's happening this Tuesday. Today is another first alert weather day with snow falling in parts of our state and